Hey, Algebra Made Easy with Majewski here. Welcome to another video. In this video, we're going to show you how to do long division of polynomial using the simple step-by-step guide. There are 4 simple steps. So in this example, I'm going to reveal the strategy that when you implement, you're always going to complete the questions properly, no mistakes. All right, so step 1 is to arrange terms in descending order. So if this example, you see negative 2x plus x cubed plus 1, you see that this is the highest degree term, so it's going to show up first. The next term would be second degree term, which is not present here. So I'm purposely introducing a placeholder for the second degree term with coefficient 0, because 0x squared is 0. It's not there, but technically you want that placeholder to be visible for the purpose of any division. And then negative 2x comes right after first degree term and the constant number 1. So we have that arranged beautifully. So the next step, after you arrange, you have to divide the first from the dividend by the first term from the divisor. So x cubed would be divided by x, because this is what the polynomial x cubed plus 0x squared plus minus 2x plus 1 is divided by this divisor, x minus 1. So the first is divided by first. So that would give you x to the power of 2, as you can sort of predict. And then the next step, you multiply. So the result that you get, you go back and multiply it by the divisor. So this is why you see x squared times x minus 1. And you have, this is going to be the new polynomial that is written right below, and you subtract. So that is sort of the process. It will make sense in a second when I walk you through the actual question. So step 4, you bring down the next term and you continue the process where you start at this point. X squared you would be dividing by x, because this is the first after the subtraction was completed, divided by the first, which is the term existing in the divisor. So you do it until you're done, which means the remainder will be 0, or a remainder will be something that cannot be further divided. So let's go through this example. Ta-da! So the question really is, now I added that 0x squared to the question so that you will see the reason behind it. So this polynomial, cubic polynomial, is divided by linear polynomial. So you want to arrange this division in that form. You put on the right side the polynomial that you're going to divide, which is x cubed plus 0x squared minus x plus 1. Then you create that little symbol, and then you place the answer on top. So this is going to be the location for the answer, and the divisor is x minus 1, kept on the left side. So the order is properly established from highest to the lowest, and then you start step 1. Divide first term by first. So x cubed divided by x equals x squared, and you place the answer in the column with second degree terms. See, second degree terms. So this is very important to align vertically so that your work is organized and you can sort of have better control of what is going on. So once you place the answer, you reverse. You multiply x squared times x, which is here, x cubed, and x squared times negative 1, which is negative x squared. And you subtract. So you underline, you put subtraction symbol, and then you go x cubed minus x cubed is 0. So instead of putting 0, you keep that empty space because it's gone. The elimination took place. And then you subtract. See, this is important to have that placeholder value. If I didn't have it, then I would be confused, like where do I do the subtractions? But the subtractions only is possible when the degree is the same. So 0x squared minus negative x squared. So 0 minus negative x squared means positive x squared is the result, and you bring down the next placeholder and you repeat the process. So the degree here is 2, and we divide by the first degree, which means you can continue. So x squared divided by x gives you x, right? And then you start multiplication. So you do the next step, which is the reverse multiplication. X times x gives you x squared. And x times negative 1 gives you negative x. You underline and you subtract. Vertical subtractions, the same degree. So x minus x squared is 0. So you put down right here, instead of writing 0, it's an empty space. And now you have to think of negative 2x minus negative x. So be careful. This is the easiest mistake students do when they confuse with the signs. So recall how you work with integers, the same rule. So negative 2 minus negative x means simply negative 2x plus x. So that's give you negative x, and you bring the next value down. And since the degree here is 1, the divisor's degree is 1, so you can proceed with the division again. So you would divide the negative x divided by positive x. It gives you negative 1. So this is where you place your answer, and you repeat the process of multiplication. You multiply negative 1 times x. There you go. You multiply negative 1 times negative 1. So this negative 1 multiplied by negative 1, which is positive 1. And you underline, you subtract, and then there's nothing left, which means the question is done. So the remainder is 0, of course. And this is what that means. When you divide this polynomial by that binomial, the answer is a second degree polynomial, which does make sense. When you divide cubic by linear, you get quadratic. You can write a division statement saying that this dividend, is equal to the product of a divisor times the quotient. So this is the answer, right? This, if you were to think of dividing 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2, right? 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. So 2 times 3 is 6. So you can say 6 is equal to 2 times 3, or 6 divided by 3 is 2. So this is the statement that you can create at the end. And when you think of division, long division of fractions, and compare to long division of polynomials, it's the same story. If you recall that skill from your past lessons in mathematics, you will appreciate sort of the analogy and the strategy. So for example, 52 divided by 3 is 17 and 1 left over, or 1 over 3 when you want to add and create mathematical statement that is equivalent. This is equal to that. Or you can say alternatively 52 is 17 times 3 plus that left over. So now you know how to divide using long division. We're going to teach you how to do synthetic division, which maybe it's shorter, in the next video. So stick around, watch the next video that is coming up. In the meantime, learning through practice. So implement the strategy right away. Do these questions that is shown on the screen. Share this video, post any questions in the comments, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.